Hi there and shalom. This video is for all of you out there that are completing my Hebrew 1 or Hebrew 2 workbooks. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, Hebrew 1 and Hebrew 2 are my best-selling workbooks that complete all your writing skills in Hebrew as a beginner. Hebrew 2 is cursive script and Hebrew 1 is print. And they are Hebrew 1 because I always recommend completing Hebrew 1 before Hebrew 2, and completing both of them back to back completes all your writing skills in Hebrew, including all the basics that you need to know. I am very grateful and very honored that these workbooks are bestsellers on Amazon, and I believe that they are because they teach you Hebrew differently, which is what I do whether you want to read, write, or speak Hebrew. I always use simplifying methods, practical methods that are my exclusive methods as a Hebrew teacher for English speakers. And that is all that I do. I dedicate all my time to that, and I am so grateful and so happy that it is working for you. So if you have Hebrew 1 or Hebrew 2 and you want to hear how the letter sounds, this is what we're going to do today in this video. We're going to go over each letter in the Hebrew alphabet in order and hear how it sounds. This completes your entire framework for completing writing the Hebrew alphabet, whether it is print, cursive script, or the preferred both. After I will go over the entire Hebrew alphabet, sounding each letter, making sure that you know how to pronounce each one of them, I will give you a special bonus on how to proceed once you completed Hebrew 1 and Hebrew 2. So make sure that you watch this video until the end. Are you ready? The letter Aleph can make an A, E, I, O, or U sound, depending on its vowel. It can be a consonant or a vowel, and we will learn all that in Hebrew 3. But for now, just know that it can make an A sound like in the word father, A, E sound like in the word pet, E, I sound like in the word beep, O sound like in the word grow, but it's not O, it's O, it's just the O, or an U sound like in the word oops. The letter bet with a dagesh makes a B sound, just like in the word banana. The letter bet without a dagesh, vet, makes a V sound, just like in the word vet. The letter gimel makes a G sound, like in the word guitar. It does not make a J sound. In Hebrew, there is no J sound, but we do have a J sound, and we even have a symbol for it in Hebrew for when we want to say or write words that are not in Hebrew, but are used by Hebrew speakers all the time. So gimel with an apostrophe-like sign that we call geresh makes a J sound, like in the word jet. It is not part of the official alphabet, but we want to learn what is practical. So whenever you see a gimel with a geresh, the apostrophe-like sign, you know that that means that the sound is J and the word is not originally in Hebrew. It can be in English or in other languages, but it is used by Hebrew speakers, and that is why it has a sign. The letter Dalet makes a D sound, like in the word door, and the letter Hey makes a H sound, like in the word hand. The letter Hey can also be a vowel, so it can be silent, and we will learn all that in Hebrew 3. The letter Vav, just like the letter Bet without a dagesh, makes a V sound, like in the word vet, and it can also be a vowel. We will learn that in Hebrew 3. The letter Zayin makes a Z sound, Z, like in the word zoo, and the letter Zayin with a geresh represents words that are not originally in Hebrew, making a J sound, like in the word beige, J, Zayin with a geresh. The letter Chet does not exist in English. It makes a Ch sound, like in the word Chala, Chanukah, Chanukiah. If you want to watch a video about Hebrew letters that do not exist in English, I'm going to put it right here. The sound is Ch. It comes from the throat. You don't need to overpronounce it. Chala, Ch, Chala. That is the letter Chet. The letter Tet makes a T sound, just like in the word 10. The letter yod, making a y sound, just like in the word yes. The letter yod can also be a vowel. We will learn more about that in Hebrew 3. The letter kaf, with a dagesh, makes a k sound, just like in the word keep. And without a dagesh, it makes a ch sound, just like the letter chet, like in the word chala. The letter lamed makes a l sound, just like in the word leg. And the letter mem makes a m sound, just like in the word moon. The letter nun makes a n sound, just like in the word no. And the letter samech makes a s sound, just like in the word sand. The letter ein, just like the letter aleph, can make an a, e, o, u sound. A like in father, e like in pet, e like in beep, o like in grow, but not o, just o, and u like in oops. The letter pei with a dagesh makes a p sound, like in the word pen. Without a dagesh, it makes a f sound, like in the word flower. Then we have the letter tzadi that does not exist in English. It makes a ts sound, like T and S together, and like in the word pizza. Then we have tzadi with a girish to express words that are not originally in Hebrew, making a ch sound, like in the word chat. For those words that are commonly used but not originally in Hebrew, we use tzadi with a girish. Ch is the sound. We have the letter kof, making a k sound, just like kaf with a dagesh, like in the word keep. And we have the letter resh, making a r sound, like in the word rain. In Hebrew, it would be rain, versus rain. Moving on to the letter shin, with the dot at the top right, it makes a sh sound, like in the word shake. With the dot on the top left, it is sin, and it makes a s sound, just like the letter samech, and like in the word sand. And finally, we have the last letter, tav, making a t sound, like the word 10, and just like the letter tet. So now that you know how each letter in the Hebrew alphabet sounds and how it looks print and cursive script, let me give you my framework as to how to proceed once you completed Hebrew 1 and Hebrew 2. Your next best step in reading and writing Hebrew would be learning the vowel system, the Nikud system. And that is exactly what I teach you in Hebrew 3. If you are watching this video live, Hebrew 3 will be released in the next few months. I will put a link to it in the description, so check if it's there. But while you are waiting, what you can do and what you should do if you want to be able to speak Hebrew is to use and enjoy my framework for speaking. Two things will benefit you greatly. First is learning my PSP. My phonetic system for pronunciation allows you to read and pronounce every word in Hebrew, whether you know how to read and write or you don't, whether you are a complete beginner or you took your first steps in reading and writing. It will be a huge game changer in your Hebrew learning. Next thing is my free guide for kickstarting your Hebrew speaking. Again, if you are watching this video live, the guide will be available in the next few days. So check out in the description because I'm going to put a link to the guide once it goes live. So it will all be in the description, and those are your best next steps to take once you complete Hebrew 1 and Hebrew 2. I want you to write me in the comments if you have any question about reading, writing, Hebrew 1, Hebrew 2, or the sounds that you heard today. That is it. I was Inbal. I help English speakers learn and love Hebrew. I hope that you are enjoying Hebrew 1 and Hebrew 2 workbooks. If you want to order them, you will find a link in the description. They are available to order locally around the world in over 19 countries, and the links will be in the description. Please hit like. It really helps me dedicate my time to making videos like this. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Be well, and I will see you on the next video, which is next Sunday, next Rishon, every Rishon. תודה, שלום.